Hello and welcome to A Song for the Shadows. This is episode 4. I am Theo Thorson, your game master for the evening. We are joined by the whole crew today, our regular cast members. How are y'all doing tonight?
Great.
Doing great.
Let's go around the horn here. We have Alex first, right in my box next to me. How are you doing, Alex?
I'm good. I'm tired. End of the year is happening for these kiddos, and they are just having a great time.
End of the
running
year
on my
special
last
education.
nerve.
And we had thunderstorms in town all day today.
Oh yeah.
Oh, disgusting.
So I know it's kind of rough. But you're almost home. How many more weeks do you have, or days? Not that you're counting.
7.
7. You almost got it.
7 more days. 7 more days.
Oh. Hang in there, and then we can have a big old party when we're done. Oh, so we'll be done. Our finale is next week.
Yeah.
And so we can celebrate on, that'll be your last day of school. Is it Monday?
No, it's
Oh, 7
Wednesday.
school days. You're
7
counting
school days. 7 school
Gotcha.
days.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, we'll still have a party next week.
I'm fine with that.
Jeremy, how you doing tonight? This morning for you.
I'm a bit sleepy. I'm a bit cranky, but I'm doing okay.
What'd you do last night?
I had a good night last night, and I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us today. Get yourself some coffee. Wake yourself up.
Yeah.
Slap yourself upside the cheeks a couple of times. That's what
I
I
may
do.
do a few face slaps.
Yeah, that always works. RG, how are you tonight?
Pretty good. The Houston weather's gross. Driving in the rain.
Yes, you had to drive all the way over here tonight.
Thanks for the food and the margarita.
Yeah.
You guys have Mexican food again?
Vietnamese today.
Vietnamese food.
Ooh,
We're multicultural. Vietnamese food and margarita.
We like to circle the
Was
globe.
it Kim Son?
Rotating.
Ooh, Kim Son. I haven't been there in forever.
Oh, they're not
Their
sponsoring
favorite
us
when I was
tonight. They get
Vietnamese.
nothing from us.
Ah!
RG, what are you bringing next week? You were saying?
Oh, Filipino food.
Yes.
Yum.
Dulos and Filipino food. Cannot wait.
Nice. Yeah,
And-
I'm right. I'm gonna go drop by Godo's in the Med Center.
Can we just make this whole show about food today?
Tonight's episode brought to you by Dodo's and the Medical Center for all your Filipino food needs.
Listen, I can take the camera into the kitchen and we'll just do,
It's just-
Mexican
it's a cooking
food.
show.
Oh,
Cook
yeah, we can
chicken.
do
You
that.
tuned in. You tuned in for
No.
D&D, but now it's a cooking show.
No, we're gonna do a mukbang.
We can do
Oh,
a
no, ew.
Mexican, Mexican food day sounds good to me. Nestor, how are
We
you
got Thai
tonight?
food over here.
I am great. How are you doing, Theo?
I'm doing fantastic. You got some family in town. Are you enjoying
Yes.
that? You having a good time with your family?
Well, the best part of it is that I get to eat a lot of my home food. So exactly, like we're still talking about food, so I'll keep it in
Yes.
topic.
Yes.
So my mother today, she just cooked this traditional soup that we have in Panama. It's called sancocho, and I haven't had that in like 4 years, and like the first
Oh.
sip, you're just like, oh my gosh, this just tastes like home, and
That's
This is
so
great.
good.
yeah, and
Oh my
there's
God.
like there's like 10 more servings in the fridge, so I'm like, I'm gonna have a
Ness,
great week with that.
I'm gonna request a small frozen one of those because
Actually, I can probably make it
forever.
happen, maybe. Yeah.
Oh my god!
What's
I haven't
in
had
it?
in
Let's
so long.
think of what's up?
What's in it?
So it's kind of like a chicken soup, but it's very thick, and the thickness comes from a root that is called otoe and nyame, and it's just we couldn't find that anywhere in Houston, but then I took her to this. It was a very small Mexican store, and
Okay.
we found it there, and she was like so
Wow.
happy, and I was even happier about it. So it was so good.
Well, let me see who's in chat tonight. If you're in chat, go ahead and say hello. I see my buddy Glenn in there. It's good to see you, Glenn.
Fun.
Glenn is in my Patreon D&D game. We're playing Storm King's Thunder. And over in the Gallant Goblin, we're going to have a video about Storm King's Thunder coming up that Glenn is not allowed to watch. I'm going to be giving my tips on running Storm King's Thunder. Alex, you're not allowed to watch either. You are also in a Storm King's Thunder campaign that I'm doing. So don't watch that. So who else is over there in chat? Hey there, we got a Regain? I'm not sure who that are.
Oh,
Pronouncing-
Oregon, that's Thomas.
Oh, that's Thomas. Hey, Thomas.
Thomas.
It's a hard to pronounce Twitch username sometimes for me, but I'll do my best.
A
Hey,
for
Thomas,
effort.
thank you for joining
Is
us
it like
tonight. I appreciate
Aragorn,
that.
but gay?
I think so, probably. Let me go through my announcements real fast.
So what's the difference?
we always have a couple announcements at the top of the show. First, I always want to thank the folks behind the scenes. We have DC on the 1s and 2s tonight. DC is going to be joining us in our after party later tonight. I want to thank Ashley for organizing everything, Diana for all her fantastic graphic design that you see on the overlay, that you see in our ads on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Grady always for a lot of the art, the story, and so much more behind the scenes. Satine for making all this possible, and I'm sure I'm forgetting folks. And also, this is the last time I'm going to see you before the Kickstarter for Siren's Battle of the Bards ends. It ends on Saturday, which is Satine's birthday, so be sure you go check it out today at thebardbook.com. We are smashing through stretch goals. Last I checked, we are up to, I think, $220,000 stretch goal, which is it 200? Yeah, $220,000, which is amazing. The next stretch goal is a custom side quest by the amazing Fenway Jones. If you don't know Fenway, she is a very young, she's like, I don't know how old she is now, 17, 18, 19. She's a mental health advocate and the creator of Jasper's Game Day, which has raised a ton of money for
that's
suicide
such a
prevention.
cool thing.
Yeah, she is awesome. And she is a prolific GM too. I love her to death. The Gallant Goblin is a partner of hers and Jasper's Game Day. Go see what they're all about at jaspersgameday.com and to see how you can get involved. And go back to Kickstarter so we can get a custom side quest for Siren's Battle of the Bards from her. Also, if you play online, the Kickstarter is not just for the book. You can also get it on your favorite virtual tabletop of choice, whether that's Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds or Foundry or Shard. And I'd love to hear down in the Twitch chat which of those you guys like. I know there's a lot of push behind Foundry these days, and I haven't tried Foundry or Shard, so I'd be curious to hear what you all think of those.
We've been trying Foundry a little bit. That's been fun.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to glance over there at chat, which I actually have open today. You'll be proud of me. It's a good thing I have 2 monitors to get all this stuff going. Yeah, also don't miss on, I believe it's Wednesday, Mystery of Melody by Margaret Crone. That's here on Gilding Light at 7 p.m. Pacific time. They're running an amazing campaign, a sister show to us. Make sure you catch that out. And today, after the main show, we always have our after party, twitch.tv/The Gallant Goblin. We're going to have the whole cast of there today, and we're also going to be joined by our buddy DC, DC Lacerra, who is our producer, our director, doing all the fancy stuff behind the scenes, and we'd love to kind of hear what he's done and all his background as well. I never really get a chance to talk to him because he's always setting things up before we get started, so I don't really feel like I should chat to him and bother him. So I'd be curious to actually just chat. So go check us out there. We should be getting that started here real soon. And you can also come join me. This is at twitch.tv/The Gallant Goblin. I'm also there playing video games on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you just want to come hang out with me, come chat. We've been having a great time. And, we also have some new shows in development that I'm very excited about. So I can't tell you about that yet, but you'll see them on our Twitch channel pretty soon. And finally, I want to let you know that if you enjoyed our little axolotl race last week with Satine, we released a free supplement on our website to play your own axolotl. We call them the Provine in your games of D&D. You can check that out at gallantgoblin.com/shop. It's a free little supplement you can download and play as a axolotl in your own games. So if there's nothing else,
amazing.
Yeah, and we have this additional art. We have Satine, the character Sedaria's art, but we also have art for like an axolotl bartender on there in the supplement. That's really great. There's some NPC stat blocks that we've written up, and if you want to make a playable race, we got you covered there too. So go check that out.
I think we need to revamp Hamster Dance and have it be Axolotl Dance, and
I'm all about that.
Bring all that back.
Very much about that. So, with all that said, why don't we jump into tonight's episode of A Song for the Shadows?
Ooh.
welcome back. One thing I wanted to start with this week is something that's going to be a little bit of a surprise to my players. I know you all love surprises, but behind the scenes, this has been taking us a long time, but we've been wanting to make you all a poster for the Sensational Summoning Spectacular, your group, which y'all came up with the name, not us. Y'all came up with the name. So let's, DC, can we see the poster that we put together for the group?
Are you kidding? Oh my god!
She is stunning.
That's so cute.
Can you see it there?
I love it.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So
Awesome.
we are in the process of making that a proper poster that we can get printed up from our shop. That you can get. We're gonna try to get one for each of you all, like we talked about
That's
before.
so cute.
That's so cool.
So that's y'all. I love it. I love it.
I love my yellow tights.
There you go.
Yes.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
I just got teary eye.
Oh, good. Well, we'll get you one of those you can hang on your wall there, Ness.
Oh my god, that is
Definitely have to
awesome.
frame that.
You know I love
That
all
is
of
so
you, so
cute.
I appreciate y'all going on this journey with me here.
I want that.
We'll get you one, Archie. Don't
Frame
worry
it.
about it. We got you covered. So let's jump back in. I'm going to give you a quick summary of our story so far. So if you've maybe missed a few episodes or you just need a little refresher, we're going to kind of go from the beginning and just make sure we're all caught up because this is our penultimate episode. So the Sensational Summoning Spectacular had booked a gig in the small town of Carter's Crossing at a tavern called the Blooming Cow. And Früh went out ahead to get everything all set up, as she's wont to do. And it was the evening of the festival feast, when most people in town are at home with their families celebrating and getting ready for an arduous week of planting. So only the folks who really maybe didn't have a family to go home to, or maybe weren't welcome there, or for whatever reason weren't with their families, they're the only ones who are really going to show up at the tavern for this thing. So it's set up, you know how like some bars are open on Christmas for maybe people who don't want to go home with their family. So it's that kind of thing. So it seems like the owner of the Blooming Cow, a fellow known as Fraser Ashbourne, tried to set up a party that would help improve everybody's spirits. When he got there, you know, they had booked acts. They had booked you all, the Sensational Summoning Spectacular. They had an up-and-comer named Darius Hume who was there to perform. And there was apparently a self-help guru known as Dr. Pointress. And there was all sorts of banners and posters and things to cheer everybody up. But when you arrived, the place was abandoned. Everyone inside was gone. The only person that was still there was a bank employee named Maud Pennington, who was a half-orc, amazing half-orc. And she was trapped down. I love her so much. Oh, God. Bonnie Gordon. So, anyway, you found her trapped in a basement that was covered in arcane runes. Maybe those arcane runes are what protected her from whatever happened to everybody else there. And so you all discovered that the bar owner, Fraser Ashbourne, was deep in debt. This is one thing you discovered while you're there. And he had some sort of magical wand that seemed to be able to compel people to do things they wouldn't normally do. So you kind of sussed out, I think, that he must have used this wand to get some of the villagers in town to give him money. Because a lot of his books were, especially recently, there were a lot of transactions in there of him getting money that didn't seem to make a lot of sense. Maybe this was money that he was rightfully owed, or maybe not. You don't really know. But when he found the wand, it was spent. There were no more charges on that wand. So he eventually discovered, through the help of a ghost and some squeezable rats, that the tavern patrons were actually somehow shunted over to the ethereal plane, and that's where they were. You don't know how it happened or why, but they were there, and when you got there, you found them all in just complete despair, including your friend Früh, who is an Eladrin elf who normally has bright pink skin and bright shining eyes, but now she was pale blue. DC, can we get a look of that art of Früh, if you don't mind for us? And do you want to tell us a little bit about how Früh was then, Ness? As you can see her there.
Yeah, so like physically,
yeah, how she was, or
she
how
was
she appeared.
just she was just very distracted, like just trying to look around, trying to almost defensive, but she was just looking for her friend, try to see what happened to her, and you know, her whole like skin was just like all pale blue, her hair was white, instead of petals like coming out of her dress, it was more like snow coming out of her dress. It was a very melancholic and almost like a sad view of Früh.
Had anybody seen her like this before? Any of this group?
No.
So.
I don't think so. She's always in almost permanently in spring form.
Yeah.
It's probably the first time that they see her like that.
And so I think Auryn was the first one to learn that you were able to rescue folks here by cheering them up, by inspiring them with your heroic bardic hearts. But you didn't have a lot of time, and you weren't able to save everyone before the shadows got them. You saw 3 people taken in particular. Fraser Ashbourne, the owner of the tavern, was gone, presumably taken by the shadows. A new friend of Früh's named Callistra was found when she talked to Früh. Früh found out that she was kicked out of her house after her family caught her stealing money from them to pay off, presumably, her debts to Fraser, and she got claimed by the shadows. And finally, you saw this big burly elf wearing a tank top and a bandana, and he apparently was also claimed by the shadows when he was afraid that he wasn't going to be able to lift anything anymore because he was ethereal and couldn't touch anything. And when you can't lift, there's no point living in life anymore. And eventually, a shadow portal opened up and out walked Dr. Pointress, the so-called self-help guru. And he informed you that he was responsible for all this. He had claimed their souls. And he would have claimed more if it wasn't for you meddling kids. So he said, come on through the portal and rescue them if you dare. And you all jumped through without any hesitation at all, found yourself pulled into another realm where you met Sideria, who was a famous singer and bard who was a member of a race called the Provine. And they looked like humanoid axolotls. And you were in this philosopher city known as Castellux. And the Provine were there attempting to add hope and light to the multiverse. And they also had a stable portal to the Shadow Realm, where some very brave Provine would venture into to try to rescue some trapped souls. And Sideria felt the need to go herself, but she was so beloved and needed in the city that they were able to talk her into finding replacements to go for her and to find heroes. And they managed to find you all and find your strong elf friend, who also got shunted in there somehow. So it was the 5 of you there. And so she talked to you. She tried to help you find that bard within all of you to help you build up joy in your heart so that it would prepare you for what you were going to face when you go to the Shadow Realm. Because when you get there, you're going to be overcome with despair and you're going to need as much hope and light in you as you can get. And you found your hulky, hunky elf friend there with you. He sounded suspiciously like a certain reformed NWO and 6-time WWE world champion. And he was there with you, and his name was Colton Strong Elf, creative name that he had. And he seemed to be kind of the impatient sort. And so you went to retrieve the Hope Lantern, which is what you needed to return from the Shadowfell when you were done. And he managed to get there first. He grabbed the lantern, and he was kind of sick and tired of all this yap and was ready to go get things done himself. And so he took off running toward the portal, which was in the sunken temple. And Früh turned into a trotting camel, which of course is well known to be the fastest animal on 4 legs, and chased after Colton. And the rest of you followed suit as best you could, some faster than others. And now, my nose is itchy today. I think some margaritas earlier. And you now find yourself looking down into this natural conical room. DC, can we show the art for the room that they're in right now, if you don't mind? What you can see are these swirling shadow vortex at the center, the bottom of this conical room. There's little pools that have formed on the cliff sides. Waterfalls cascade down between them. There's wooden bridges that are very damp with water that connect certain platforms. And some of the bridges have collapsed over the time. Maybe they weren't very well maintained. There's 2 shadows starting to emerge, crawling out of the portal as Colton is making a dash for it, down to the middle there. And so we're not going to go into initiative rounds here, but we are going to do some skill challenges to see if you can stop Colton before he jumps through with the lantern, and if he even is able to survive these shadows coming out toward him. So, Früh, you were the first person to arrive. So I'm going to let you go first. You find yourself in the situation. You can ask me whatever questions you need to ask, but tell me what you want to do.
Okay. So in this room, you said there were a bunch of bridges. So
Yes.
it has a very specific path that he has to go through to reach the whirlpool or the portal, right?
Yeah, I will say
Okay.
that we have the map, and we are going to put this whole adventure up for people to play later on, which will have a whole battle map. And if you are playing with the battle map, you'll have to follow a certain path. But we're going to do Theater of the Mind here tonight. And
Right.
so you don't have to worry about the path too much. I will tell you that it's very slick and damp, and you're running downhill. So
Uh-oh.
if you want to run at full speed, you're going to have to give me a dex saving throw so you don't slip and fall. Or you can move at half speed and be okay.
How about
Or
this?
you can tell me something else.
How
Mr.
about
Druid.
this? Well, I
Druid.
cannot turn into like any animal that will benefit me here, but we do have a certain item that we just got last session
Yeah.
that is
Ooh.
gonna help me cut through all of those bridges, and I'm not gonna be limited by that, and he will. So I am going to bring out my little helper, and I'm gonna say, Horatio, well, actually, Horatio, here, I need you now. And I'm kind of like expecting maybe like a kind of like what the possum did, like coming from the sky. But
What you
I don't know,
see
maybe-
is your little statue of Horatio turns into, it was a giant owl, was it? Was it a giant owl or just an owl?
Yeah, it's the giant owl.
Giant owl turns
Yeah.
into this big old owl. And surprisingly, the owl seems to be wearing almost armor around it. It looks like it may not be real substantial armor, kind of ethereal armor, and it has like a little armor helm and like a little plume on top, and it's like
It's
almost
so
like a little warrior owl, giant owl, and that's what you see.
That's so cute.
And it's just ready to do what you want it to do.
Horatio, I need to get to that man as soon as I can. Can you please help me? And I kind of like try to like climb on top of him if I can.
Okay, yeah, hop on board. I'm going to change the music to something a little bit more appropriate for this exciting thing here. All right, there's some exciting or more exciting music. So you hop on board, Horatio, and where do you want to go exactly?
Can I ask? Can more people fit on top of Horatio?
I think you could fit one more person.
One more person.
Now the rest of your party are behind you, though.
Oh, too far away. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go straight towards Colton,
Okay.
and yeah, I'm just gonna be yelling, Colton, you cannot. First of all, you cannot go there by yourself. Second of all, that is my lamp, and I'm gonna try to go get it.
Okay. All right. So I think that's a good action. So we're gonna. What's? Do you happen to have a giant owl stat block in front of you?
I actually do.
Okay. What's the flying speed on a
I
giant
am
owl?
prepared.
I
Let's
appreciate
see.
you,
It's
Ness.
60 flying feet.
Okay.
Flying speed.
That will let you get right up to Colton. You've had to use your action. So we'll say using your action, your bonus action, your movement will let you call forth
Everything
the owl,
I can use.
hop on
yeah.
board, yeah, and get down there. So my nose is really
Perfect.
itchy today. So you are down there, ready to act next turn. The next one, if I remember correctly, up there was Zylthyra. What would you like to do? You are a little bit behind Früh. You see Früh come out of camel form, summon a
Okay.
giant owl, hop on board, and fly down to a swirling vortex, chasing after a Hulk Hogan-looking elf. Welcome to D&D. What would you like to do?
Can I go run towards it?
Yeah, now, if you want to run at full speed, you have to give me what's called a dexterity saving throw to make sure that you don't slip and fall on these rocks. So you could run at full speed, but you got to give me a dex saving throw. Otherwise, you can run at half speed and be okay, because you're in high heels and you got to be careful.
I'll do half speed.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if this is far reach, but can I like, cause you know he has a, is he's holding the lamp, right?
Yeah, he
How
is.
does the lamp look like?
It is an 8-sided kind of Aztec-y looking
half
lamp,
speed.
and there are it's fairly large, just like that big if you can kind of see me in the window there. So it's a substantial lamp, and there's a different color shining out of each of its 8 sides.
How is he holding it?
He's holding it with a handle.
Sorry,
There's a
excuse me.
handle. Well, actually, he would be holding it more like a football. I mean, this is Colton, so he's kind of got it tucked under one arm to make sure.
I
that
was
nothing
thinking
can
I
get
wanted
at
to
it.
shoot an arrow to kind of like knock it out of his hands. Am I being too
Oh.
ambitious?
What? You can do what you want. Are you worried
Okay.
about damaging the lantern? Go for it if you want to. You can
I'll do it.
whatever you want.
What do y'all think? Should I do it?
Oh, they're not there. One of them's down flying on the thing. That ones are behind you. It's Zylthyra. It's up to you.
What do y'all think I should do?
Y'all can answer if you want to.
Do it.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll throw. So I
I don't know
walk
what she's
towards it.
doing.
I run towards it, and as I'm running, a half speed, of course, I want to fall. And then I lift out my arrow and I go like shoot it.
Okay.
Where I want to aim.
Are you
Can I
aiming
aim for his foot? Actually, I don't want to aim the lamp because I think the lamp is important. Of course, it's very important. I want to like knock him off his feet so he slows down so Früh can kind of go catch up to him.
So that's one of those things that if you have an ability that allows you to do something specific like that, you can do it. Otherwise, you can just shoot him for damage.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some things that will have a special ability that's like maybe let you trip them, but unless you have something that allows you to do that mechanically, you pretty much just have to shoot them. But I will let you shoot the lantern if you want to.
Wait. Okay, hold on. No, I don't want to shoot the lantern. I think that's important.
Or you can use all your movement to run up. You can use all your actions to run as close to him as you can. Is another option.
So I know I have Mage Hand. Is that something I can do?
Yeah,
Like, trip him?
totally. You can. Yeah, you can use Mage Hand. There's certain things that Mage Hand is able to do. Mage Hand can make a grab at the lantern, possibly.
Ooh, am I within 30
Ooh.
feet, Theo?
You are not. You are within 50 feet. So, if you run at full speed and risk slipping, you can get within 20 feet of him if you want to risk running. Do you want to risk running? I think you should go for it.
No, you're trying to lure me into a trap, so I fall down.
I
into
am
it.
trying-
to kill Zylthyra.
I am trying to make an exciting TV show.
Okay.
So just
better
imagine
life.
Zylthyra in her high heels, running, sliding down this damp, rocky banister kind of thing down into this pool. Go for it, Zylthyra. Why don't you give me a dex saving throw? If this is what you want to do, you don't have to. But just imagine how cinematic it'll be.
I guess she likes to live her life on the edge.
I think she does. Go
Okay.
ahead, roll your die. Do you have your dex saving throw handy? Do you know what it is?
I mean, I don't have an actual one with me right now. Can I just roll it on top?
Go ahead and roll your die. We'll see what it is. Grady can come help you point out to where your dex saving throw is on the sheet. What'd you
I got
get?
a 21.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah.
Look at that.
So
She knows how to run in heels.
Baby, she's ready.
Oh yeah, I think she just is on her high heels, knows exactly what she's doing, slides down these rocks, and now you're within 20 feet. Do you want to cast Mage Hand?
Yes.
Okay.
To
So
go grab the thingy,
So
the
what I want
lantern
you-
out of his hand.
What I want you to do is roll a d20 and add your let's just say we'll add 3 to it, I think. Nestor, you can help me with this. What would be his spellcasting? What would be her spellcasting modifier?
Charisma for a bard.
So you add your charisma and add your proficiency. So add what would be 6, right? Yeah, go ahead and add 6. So
Okay.
go ahead, roll your d20 and add 6 to it. And I'm gonna roll to see if it's stronger.
It's a
than-
10.
It's
Wait,
a 10.
hold on.
Well, let me roll for Colton.
Oh wait, hold on. A
Yeah.
4. Wait.
Yeah, 4 plus 6 is 10.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
that's
10.
right.
A 10. Yes.
All right. So Colton, the Mage Hand, which is ethereal. What is this? What does the little hand look like, Zylthyra?
A hand. Well, the hand's
Does it
like
have-
holographic, and I just like she puts her hand out, and she kind of just like imagines it going there, and it kind of try to go reach towards the lamp to kind of just grab it out of his hand.
What color is it?
Pink.
Pink. Okay, it's this pink hand, like comes off of you like a glove, right? And flies towards Colton and tries to make a grasp at the lantern. And it grabs hold of the lantern, and Colton just pulls with all his strength and is able to break the hold of the hand and is still running. So he's strong. It's gonna be a little hard to get it out of his grasp. But that was a very good effort. And you're close for next time. So Wave, you're up
Yes.
now. What do you want to do, Wave?
Ooh, I'm gonna run on in carefully, but I will
Okay.
use my feline agility
Okay.
that lets me move twice my speed. So
Ooh.
I'm just hopping along like a little agile kitten,
Sounds
and
good.
I'm gonna yell out to Colton to hold on. We need to work together and cast Calm Emotions on him.
Okay. Is there a dex?
Ooh.
There's a saving throw for that, yes?
It is a charisma save.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Natural 19 on the die.
Oh,
No.
What is your DC?
14.
Natural 19 right there.
Uh,
That's not gonna
good
focus.
try.
My Satine Phoenix die. What was the DC?
14.
14. So he's pretty willful this one.
All right.
It was a good try. I love that idea.
I know. Oh well. I think that is
Okay.
about.
All right, so you ran. So Früh is now right on top of him. We'll say Früh, you're 5 feet away.
Oh, wait.
Zylthyra's 20 feet away from him, and Wave, you ran 15 feet?
I run 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so you are 25 feet away from him.
Okay. Then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast telepathic speech on him, which is one of my psionic abilities.
Okay, all right, sure.
Okay.
And I can talk to him telepathically for the next 3 minutes.
Okay, and that's a bonus action? That's a weird bonus
It's
action.
a bonus action.
All
I can't
right.
speak to him yet, but it builds the connection.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so Auryn, we're up to you. You are 55 feet away. You
Oh my
hop
goodness.
Back with whoever you're riding.
He's small too.
Say, isn't he
I'm
riding?
super small.
Archie, we don't have to
Small.
insult him.
Oh,
I'm not
sorry.
riding.
I don't want to be a
corgi.
size queen.
No, but wasn't I riding on
You're riding Sideria.
Sideria's shoulders?
Yeah.
Were you? Okay, so she's not able to enter this chamber. The only people who are allowed to enter the chamber are those who are going
Boo!
to go through the portal. So she would have to drop you off at the entrance. So she's there with you.
She
But
just
you were
drops
right
me
there.
off to school and then bye. Have a good day.
She's
She didn't
there
even leave
with
me a
you.
lunchbox.
She is right there
Okay.
with you.
Okay.
What do you want to do? Don't you see her there beside you?
Yes, I see her,
Okay.
but I still want a lunchbox.
We can discuss that after.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gunning for it. I'm like, I gotta stop this guy, and I'm
Okay.
tiny, but I'm gonna try to run as fast as I can to
What is your
get down
speed?
there.
What is your speed?
Oh Lord, I have no idea.
well,
Where do I
well,
find that?
go ahead. It should be at the top of your character sheet. It should be like
Oh.
25 or 30 feet.
Uh,
So
Is
one
it
of the things-
walking speed?
Yeah,
It's
walking
next to
speed.
proficiency. Jeremy.
I don't see it. Sorry.
It's okay. What you have to do is roll
He's
your
30.
roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you're able to not slip.
Okay.
So one thing we're doing with this stream, by the way, is we are bringing in 2 players who've never played D&D before, who are RG and Jeremy, and
Me.
so they are
She, her, hers.
Oh no.
yes.
Oh.
So we have 2 folks who've never played
You
before.
guys just
RG
see what I rolled.
No.
He rolled an
No.
11.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. So I was just gonna say, so to show that you don't have to be an expert in this game to still have a good time. So Jeremy, 11, your little feet slip out from under you on.
Wait. Oh.
We're not there.
Oh.
We're further away.
Your
No,
feet
but
slip
can
out
I-
from under you.
I have
Yeah,
a
do you-
spell.
Do you have? Is it a reaction spell?
How do I check that?
It'll say like cast as a reaction. What spell is it?
Featherfall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a reaction.
That is a reaction.
That
yeah.
is a reaction spell.
So you can catch. So all it'll do is make sure that you don't slip and take any damage. So does Zylthyra cast
Yes.
Featherfall? Okay.
I will.
Yay!
She turns
Yay.
around, casts Featherfall, and so you slip and you start to tumble down this rocky slope. But suddenly Zylthyra's magic catches you in this kind of pink cloud, I would say, right? And you
Ooh,
kind of
pretty.
hover to the ground, but you are now prone on the ground. You only moved 5 feet forward before you fell.
Oh,
And
bless his
so-
heart.
And isn't the ground covered in water? So am I
Yeah.
drowning too?
No, you're not drowning. You're on
Okay.
you're on the ground, but you slip
All
and fall. So
right.
you can stand up. Well, actually,
He fell gracefully.
you can use your action to stand up if you want to
Okay.
stand up and get ready for next turn.
Um,
Sorry, an inglorious turn for Auryn, I'm afraid. Or you can do something from the ground if you prefer.
I mean, I'm just really far away. He's 50 feet away.
Yeah, you're 50 feet away, lying on the ground in a pool of shame.
I can cast a spell.
This is wonderful, Theo.
Yeah, you can
Hold
still
on, let me
cast a
figure out
spell.
Cast a
which
spell.
You can cast a
spell am I
spell.
casting?
You know what I'm imagining? That I don't watch Parks and Rec, but you know that part where they were like rolling down the thing?
The dirt hill.
The dirt, yeah.
Kind of,
I'm
sort of.
thinking of Auryn doing that.
Do you have a spell you want to cast?
But that
I was just gonna ask, or do you have a spell you want to cast, or you want to just use your action to get up and be ready for next turn?
I don't think I can. I mean, I can cast damage, but I don't know if I want to damage Colton. What do you guys think? Should we hurt him?
Früh is far away.
Oh.
Zylthyra's far away. There's nobody really near you. You've got to make up your own mind, my friend.
Just
It's in the moment. What would your character do? What would Auryn do? Would he want to hurt
I'm gonna
Colton?
cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna save. Because I'm gonna need these, and I only have 2 slots, so no.
Okay. You just want to stand up
Yeah.
and be ready for next turn?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. Good. It's fair. You took a risk, and sometimes it pays off, and sometimes, you don't roll so good. But
Sometimes
you'll be ready for
you
next time.
slip and move 5 feet.
Yeah, sometimes you do. Don't have the practice in the high heels. All right, Früh, you're up again. What do you want to do? You also have these shadow. Oh, actually, now at this point, you're gonna see those 2 shadows that are coming up out of the pit, and they are making their way toward Colton, and they're gonna be up on Colton next turn. Colton moves further in, and let's see if he slips and falls. He does not. Natural 17. I'm rolling rocks today.
Wow.
And so
Alright.
he is moving further down. So, all right, y'all are a
Congrats.
little further away. He is bounding down this hill, and he's getting pretty close to the portal. So y'all need to make something happen this turn.
How
Früh,
far
you're
did he
up.
go?
He went 30 feet down, and so Zylthyra, you're 50 feet away. Früh,
So 80.
You can make an attack of opportunity if you want to, as he moves away out of your grasp.
Oh,
Do it, Diva.
Perfect. I will do that. Because now I'm a little mad that he's not listening.
Okay.
Are
are you trying to hit him? Or are you trying to hit the lantern? What are you trying to hit?
I'm trying to hit his feet. So I'm trying to hit him.
Okay.
So I rolled a unnatural 20, a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So,
Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. Which I do not have. Hold on.
Let's see. Zylthyra, you're on deck, so be thinking about what you want to do.
Okay,
So-
and I'm 50 feet away,
Yeah,
right?
you're 50 feet away now.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
I got a 7 damage.
7
It's a
damage, all right.
piercing damage. So that was my opportunity of attack, right?
Yeah, that's your opportunity attack. So now
Okay.
it's your proper turn.
How far is he from the portal, like roughly?
He's about 20 feet from the portal now.
Okay.
He'll be there next turn.
Maybe I should have done that earlier. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to use my cantrip. It's called Thorn Whip. And what that does is that if I hit him, I can pull him 15 feet closer to me.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Lovely.
So,
Yes.
I think
Clutch.
that's melee spell attack. Okay, and it has a range of 30 feet. So great. So I'm gonna do
clutch.
that. Okay, 17. Does that hit?
That's a hit.
That is a hit. Nice.
Yay!
So how far did it pull him back towards you?
I believe it's 15. Let me see. Oh no, it's just 10 feet closer.
10 feet closer. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah, still good.
yeah. That is
Try to-
excellent. All right.
And he takes 4 piercing damage.
All right. Very good.
Oh, yeah.
That's super clutch. And 4 points of damage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you still have your movement
Um,
and your owl's movement, Horatio's movement? How do you say it?
Horatio.
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 Horatio, whatever. Yeah, so we're gonna move closer to him, and I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe the Horatio has his its own turn.
Yeah,
Can
if you want to, yeah, do something.
can I try to grapple him with Horatio?
Oh,
Yes.
sure. Go for it.
All right. Let's
Make
see.
an attack roll.
He has a +3 to hit. Oh no, I don't think that's gonna hit. 11.
No.
Oh.
That's
No.
I tried.
It's out of your way. It's a good try. All right.
All right.
Oh, interesting. I just had a notification pop up on my screen that says your Ravenloft D&D book has shipped and it's supposed to arrive tomorrow. So that's exciting. All right. So, Zylthyra, you are now 40 feet away as Früh's Thorn Whip has pulled Colton closer to you. And Colton looks back and says, "What are you doing?" "I'm trying to get to the portal, brother."
Not by yourself, brother. Wait for us. Let's plan this out.
All right, Zylthyra, what you got?
Okay, so like, I know this failed last time, but maybe second time's the charm. I know it's third time, but let's do it again. Can I like persuade him into dropping it, the thing, or like giving it to Früh?
What do you say?
Colton, you're such a strong man. Can you please help us and drop the lantern? Oh, so strong. And give it to Früh, please.
All right, go ahead and make a persuasion check. And I will say, y'all should check out some of the chat going on over there on Twitch. I think Mr. Glenn's trying to give y'all some ideas too. So you might all want to look at that. He's giving you some
Ooh! She got a 22, Your Honor.
All right. So Colton turns around and seems to be a little bit flustered, a little bit taken aback.
Blush on his cheeks.
A little blush. And kind of stops and just looks at you, and he doesn't look like he's necessarily running anymore toward the portal. He's maybe stopping to hear what you have to say, or maybe just to talk to you a little bit more. So, very good. Zylthyra, do you want to move up a little closer?
Yes. Okay, can you explain to me what does charisma entail? Like, what would that entail?
Charisma is your personality. It is your persuasion. It is your, even in some people would say it's like your looks, how effective you are in communication. This, the same thing charisma is in real life. How much influence you have over other people with your sheer force of personality.
Okay, so I walk towards.
You want to move half speed so you don't slip and fall?
Yeah, I don't want to test my luck anymore.
Okay, so you get a little closer there. You're now 25 feet away. All right, and that is your turn, I think.
Oh, because the persuasion was my move, huh?
Or persuasion was your action, yeah.
Oh, my action, my bad.
But you successfully managed to make him stop running, so that is exactly what y'all needed to do.
Okay, work.
And so, yeah, you are in great shape there. Good job. Wave, you're up.
All right. What are the shadows doing?
The shadows are crawling towards Colton.
I'm gonna yell out to Colton that watch out for the shadows. Sorry, I'm trying to do like 3 different things at once.
Yeah, no, I know.
And then I am going to use Firebolt on the shadows.
Ooh.
Okay. And go ahead and roll for that.
That is a 9.
A 9 to
No
it hits one of the waterfalls and turns into steam. Do you want to move closer?
Yeah, sorry, I was gonna go half movement.
Happy? It says 15 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And then I'll just use sorcery points to... is that a bonus action?
To do what?
Use it my sorcery points?
No, you can just add it to certain spells if you need to for certain things.
Okay, yeah, and then I'll do that.
Good job. Auryn, you are far back. You're up on your feet, though.
Okay.
You see that Colton has stopped, and the shadows are crawling toward him. What does Auryn do?
Auryn needs to get closer, I believe. How far away am I from Colton right now?
70 feet away right now.
Yeah, there's not much I can do other than shoot my short bow. And I you know what? I want to learn how to defeat shadows. That's really what my concern is.
Give me an Arcana check. It's a free action.
Actually, I'd like to cast True Strike against one of the shadows.
Well, give me an Arcana check first.
Arcana check first.
Yeah, just add your Arcana bonus, which is on that long list of skills.
I got a 5.
A 5? You don't know much about shadows, but you do know that, yeah, they're
scary. Not
everything may be effective against them. So you want to cast True Strike?
Yeah.
Okay, remind me what the text of True Strike says.
The True Strike says, you point a finger at a target in range, your magic grants you brief insight into your target's defenses. You gain advantage on your first attack against the target, provided that the spell hasn't ended.
Okay, so you go ahead, you cast that as a concentration spell, I think, and you're concentrating. So the next time you do make an attack against one of the shadows, you'll be able to roll twice and take the larger number, take the better result. So, okay, so that's your action. Do you want to move closer?
Yes.
Do you want to run or do you want to walk carefully?
He's a little
gun shy at this point?
Yeah, he's a little timid now, having slipped and almost fallen.
Okay, so you move 15 feet. So
Okay.
that's okay. So you're 55 feet away. And now it's Colton's turn. And Colton turns towards Zylthyra and says, "Do you want to do this together, brother?" He calls everybody brother. "Should we go on there and do this together?" Looking at Zylthyra. And he's just there, wide-eyed, grin on his face, holding the lantern and asking you that. Do you want to respond now? Or do you want to think about it and do it on your turn?
I'm gonna think about it.
Okay, so he's just there looking at you. The shadows crawl up to him, though, and you see that they are on top of him, and they lash out at Colton. He manages to pull his leg away from one, but the other one gets him. And you see bits of skin on his leg start to decay and fall off.
No.
And he's like, "Arr!"
Nar.
And he's starting to get hurt. So those shadows are on him. Früh, you're up. We have to move quickly now because we only have 10 minutes left.
Right. I will cast Cure Wounds on Colton.
Okay.
Maybe like, friend, yes, let's do this together. Let's take care of this first. And I'm just gonna heal him.
Okay, so you cast some magical, you touch him and magical light passes through him, and you see those wounds on his leg heal up. How much do you heal him for?
9.
Oh, okay, so his whole leg, where it had decayed, reforms, and he is fine again. Anything else you want to do on your turn, or is that it? You're there standing next to each other.
Right.
Oh, no, you're 25 feet away. Do you want to run up to him?
25 feet away. Yeah, I'll just like fly with the giant owl, and I'm gonna try like put myself in between as much as I can between him and the shadows.
Okay, very good. All right,
And that's when I
Zylthyra.
heal him.
Okay, so maybe I'm just kind of lost, or let's say my character, I was in the moment. I was just like, oh, I'm so focused. But like, the shadows are attacking him now.
The shadows are attacking him now, yeah.
So we already got the lantern.
No, he's still holding the lantern, but he's not running anymore. He's ready to work together with you. Früh is right there beside him. So now the shadows are your problem. You just need to get rid of them, and then maybe you can solve the rest of this.
Okay. I got this. I haven't thought about that.
Give me an Arcana check. Go ahead and roll a d20. This is not going to take your action or anything. It's just
She's
a
kind of a
free thing.
bimbo. She
You
doesn't
can
know much.
Go ahead and roll. It's not going to hurt anything.
Okay.
Lucky
ahead,
rolls,
Nestor.
huh? Lucky rolls.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Wait,
I'm
hold
gonna
up.
laugh. It's
I
20.
can't see her. I can't see her. I got a 19.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Wow.
Zylthyra has spent some time in the Underdark. Zylthyra grew up in the
Oh,
land
that's so
of
true.
shadows in a lot of ways. And so she's maybe more familiar with shadow magic than anybody else, even though she doesn't have a big background in the arcane,
Yes.
just a little bit with her bardic
She has
knowledge.
+0.
So you would know these are a certain kind of wraith, and they're not like any other wraiths most people have ever seen. These wraiths can't be hurt by arrows or swords
I figured.
or anything like that, but they can be hurt by radiant light. They can be hurt by hope.
Song.
It's kind of like a Care Bear situation in some ways. So, yeah, maybe song, you don't know, but these are after despair, sort of like Dementors in a way. And so,
Okay, what's a raid?
a wraith is sort of like it's like a ghost, like a shadowy ghost.
Okay, work.
I love you, Archie.
Okay, I think I got. So, okay, I want to try. What was that once? I saw something.
I like this
Okay.
music.
So I want to try to do. Can I do dissonant whispers against the shadows?
That would kind of just let them hear things, kind of hear.
But it takes damage too. Oh wait, hold on. It says that it needs to make a wisdom saving. Oh wait, no, they don't. Do they do stuff like that?
Maybe.
Like a
if you have
wisdom
anything that causes, or you could anything that causes happiness, anything that causes light, anything that causes joy. Doesn't necessarily have to be one of your abilities on your sheet. Maybe there's something Zylthyra could do that would repel these monsters of despair. How could Zylthyra maybe express happiness, express optimism and joy?
Can she sing?
She can sing.
Oh no. I don't know. What do I do?
You go ahead and sing.
How much time do we have? No, I'm just kidding.
We're running low. We got 4 minutes left.
Okay. How? I don't know why this is the first song that came to my mind. How appropriate, because it's light. But basically, she like taps into her inner Beyonce, and she just is like, "I can see your halo," and that's it.
Very good. And within the time limit Twitch allows, go ahead and roll a performance check. So roll a d20.
She got a +7.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Oh shit. And 11.
Oh,
An
no.
11. So let me roll some saves here. Okay. They did not roll so good either.
Okay,
so
good.
Your song, even though maybe you kind of pull it at the last minute, and so it's not the best performance you've ever given, seems to almost hurt them like a loud, piercing sound would to anybody else. Or everybody else thinks that it's a good song. It's like repellent to them, and they just shriek and turn around and fly back into the portal.
Wow.
Lovely.
Yay!
So or stop this battle music and go back to our moody music. And yeah, we got a few minutes left. You're here with Colton. What do you want to do?
Colton, are you alright?
I'm all right. Nothing's going to stop these 24-inch elven pythons. Are we ready to go in that portal together?
I think we need to.
For
Seems
this
like
now?
they're trying to reach out for us already.
We've been waiting long enough.
Together is the only way to do it. That's what I heard from
Sideria?
Sideria.
And Colton says, I think this lantern isn't meant for me, though. And he walks up to Zylthyra and hands the lantern to Zylthyra and says, I think this is better in your hands, sister.
I got it. And I was like, oh, okay, I got it.
Gotta catch her.
I gotta catch it.
And
Thank
you see Sideria up on the entrance, and she says, I think you're ready. I think you've got this. Just remember, keep hope in your heart. Keep joy close to your heart and hold on to it, because they will try to strip it away from you. Remember that when you go through. Be safe and come home.
Thank you. We will do our best.
And she says, I know you will. And she closes the doors.
Guys, do you think we should go jump inside there now?
I think so. I'm gonna reach out and grab whoever's on my left and whoever's on my right, grab their hands. Let's Wizard of Oz this, guys.
I down there by now.
Yeah. Auryn made it down.
Still on top.
Auryn, do you have anything that you can inspire everybody with before they jump in?
Who?
Does Auryn have something that he wants to say?
I have
Yes.
a little song I can sing.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, do it. Do
Are
it.
you
Do
ready?
it. Do
This
it.
is a little song.
Yeah.
It's an original.
So I start singing to inspire you, thinking of happy thoughts, right? I sing, dewdrops on daisies, the butt on my puppy, sunshine and apples and my sippy cuppy, traveling on shoulders and critters with wings. These are the things that make my heart sing.
Ooh.
Yay.
Yeah.
So good.
Wow.
I think this is the first time I've or maybe the second time, I don't remember. But one thing that we do on Gallant Goblin shows is that you can earn what in D&D is called inspiration. We call it Goblin Gold. I may have given one to Früh, I think, a couple episodes ago. Did I, Nestor?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
I think Jeremy has earned a Goblin Gold. So what that means is,
Yay!
we'll tell you later, but on a future thing, if you want to roll twice and take the better one, you can basically get a reroll on something that's very important. All right. What do y'all do now? You have a song in your heart.
I'm just very happy that I'm doing this with you guys. I could have not imagined anybody else that will go with to the shadows with me to save our friends.
Oh, I can see your hair getting pink again.
Aww.
A little
Aww.
bit. Green,
You're getting
but a
back
little
to
bit.
normal.
Yeah, she starts shining a little bit, and like the snow has stopped like coming out of her dress, and she slowly, but she's getting there.
Wait, what happened to Horatio?
Oh yeah,
Still there
Horatius
with
there.
you. You have to grab onto
His
Okay.
wing, his feather.
It's feather.
Okay.
Okay.
all right.
Let's go.
So Zylthyra and Wave and Auryn and Früh and Horatio and Colton
Yeah,
all
Colton.
grab hands and paws and talons and leap down into this swirling portal of shadow. And we'll see you next week, everybody.
Yay!
Thank you all for joining us
that
this week.
song, Jeremy.
Changing back
Wow.
to the Good job.
Nice job.
Don't forget to check out
Switch to this
thebardbook.com. The Kickstarter ends on Saturday, so I won't see you before then unless you come and check me out at the Gallant Goblin over on YouTube, where we have a lot of videos coming out this week. So go check out thebardbook.com. Go back it while you still can. The best time to get the best price, all the Wormwood dice trays and dice vaults and Sirenscape and all sorts of amazing stuff. There's some amazing like minis that you gotta check out. Go check it out today. Check out the Mystery Melody on Wednesday. Thank you again to Satine and DC and Michelle and Ashley, Diana, so many people, Grady, everybody, thank you so much. We're about to go live with our after party over at the twitch.tv/the Gallant Goblin, and we're gonna be joined by DC Lacer, who is our director producer
flower
here.
Nestor.
And
Yay.
now we're ready to go. And
Jacket is up.
we're gonna go live with that in just a second. So we'll see you over there in a minute. And until then, have a fantastic week. Stay safe, have fun, love each other, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, Gorge.
everybody.